Okay, I'm going to show you an add-on module for C Electrical V8R2. Now this is Service Pack 7. This is due to be released shortly. They've extended the functionality to handle PLC information as well. So what I'm going to do is just show you some information on using open data to manage PLC data. So I'm going to place on a couple of generic PLC cards. These are just 8 channels with 1 connection point per channel. And I'm going to go down to the addressing and just put in some addressing on here. 0.1 for the first address, and then I'm going to put on the next card 1.0 on the next one. I'm going to go to the next page and I'm going to place some input channels. So these are referenced back to that previous page. I'm going to tap 0 just to do a multiple insert, and I'm going to say I want 4 copies. Click OK and put a spacing of 50 millimeters. Click OK. I'm going to search back for the first PLC card, which was called K7, and I'm going to pick one of the addresses or connection points, and I'm going to pick the first one. Click on OK and then choose OK, OK, and OK. So I've got 4 of those on there. Now it's auto numbering because when I right click on the properties for circuit diagrams, I've got this set for decimal numbering. Also in the settings, I've got this set for use the properties from the card, so that the information I put for the addressing and connection points on the first page carry through to the other pages. So this is still generic information. I'm also going to go to, as well as the inputs, I'm going to go to page 6 on this one and put some outputs. So an output was 1 connection point. Again, I'm going to tap 0 to do a multiple insert, 3 copies, and I'm going to put a spacing of 50 again. This time I'm going to choose the second card and I'm going to choose the first address. Okay, so I've put no descriptions on here, not really set up the information, so it's quite default information on there. What I'm now going to do is go to this command for module Excel export import. So it's called Open Data. It's an additional add-on module for C Electrical standard or advanced level packages. So I'm going to export to Excel. I'm going to browse and give this a name. I'm going to call it Open Data. Now any of the items in this list with a yes for import can be exported, modified, and then imported back to apply the changes. So let's choose some of these. And you can see the ones there that are selected that are modifiable. So I'm going to click on Export. Okay, so if we now open up that data, I'm just going to double click and open the spreadsheet. We can see there are quite a few different worksheets with the different information. There's some internal data, some project information, and then each of these sections here for documents. We've got descriptions here for the pages. View the components themselves, and we can see a list of the actual component names, the part numbers, descriptions. All of this information can be modified and then imported back into the project. So if I just take one, let's take the View PLC I/O card. Just going to scroll across a short way so we can see the product, input, output. We've got the I/O type and the addressing and the description. Now I've got some PLC data. I'm just going to open another spreadsheet, this one here, and I'm going to take this information here, Control C, and I'm just going to paste that here. So we've got some new information on there, and you can use any of the functionality in Excel to auto number, copy information from previous projects, and update the data very quickly. So I'm now going to close this Open Data Excel sheet. Back in the software, I'm going to go back to this command for DB lists from Excel. I'm going to select the open data information, and we can import from any of those additional sheets. I'm only going to import though the PLC information. I'm going to leave all of these selected, and that's the only one we're going to import from. So just click on import, and you can see in the background there the default information. When we click on import, you can see that information update quickly. So it's a great module for being able to control that information rapidly and update it within the project. So that's the Open Data module.